Patiently waiting. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Last time, we did the Affinity mission known as We Were Soldiers as alongside us, and got a new skill for it. Sadly, we can't equip again until we have a knife again. And this time, dual swords again. And this time, we are going to be doing a different mission because at first I thought I could do the mission known as Repair a Job or a different one known as simply called the New Rival. Problem. You cannot do either mission in a good amount of time because, frankly speaking, the mission requires you to do one of the following. First, you have to go and basically wait on the Frontier Nav. Yeah, that's the issue I ran across, and that's what I did not want to deal with. And honestly speaking, it's my least favorite thing in the game. It's not good. It's really bad, actually. So, in fact, instead of that mission, we are actually going to be exploring a little bit more of New LA and doing some side questing. Now, I would normally do another Affinity mission, but sadly though, I had to re-record this like 3 times because of this blasted nonsense, and I had no choice in the matter. Now, I'm going to give Lynn and Elma a break because they are not needed in the team right now, and they're quite high in Affinity, so instead, we are going to get Doug into the party instead of Elma, and then we're going to leave... actually, we're going to have Irina instead for this as well, so that way we have new team members, as well as the fact we need more affinity for everyone else. Now, by going to the other side of the map, basically the east, you can actually reach the residential district, or rather not residential district, excuse me, but the commercial district that has a lot of areas you can buy stuff. But it's also better that you do this so you can get some side questing done. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a side quest around here and then there, but they're not really worth it in terms of money-wise, or rather experience-wise, because they're level 3. Unfortunately, I had no choice because, of course, I was kind of stuck with certain things. Now, we're gonna be doing these side quests. So, Joe, what am I gonna do? This can't be all the parts. Yes, hello, welcome. Have a seat right here. I mean, if you want to, sit down. No espresso lattes today, I'm afraid we're sold out. Yes, that's it. So sad. I'm gonna complain. Oh, it does not like that. Alex, that. Well, aren't you one noisy customer? Must really need your caffeine fix, huh? But yeah, I kinda can't make them today. Hey, are you good at machines by any chance? You certainly seem good at machines, you know, just aura-wise, so maybe? I can neither confirm nor deny it, but I'm decent with machines. I knew it. Sometimes I can just tell. I'm just a complete basket case when it comes to mechanical stuff. Well, and most other things, actually. Anyway, the owner just got this new espresso machine, and it seems I've somehow managed to break it. It should be okay once I get the right parts, but finding it has been a nightmare. Or I don't suppose you might know where I can find free heat-proof box pipes, do you? Good thing we already have them. These are easy missions. Oh, gosh, I'm so glad I asked. As soon as I can get the machine up and running, I'll fix you the tastiest latte you ever had. I mean it. All right, Joe, here you go. My boss was asking why the espresso machine isn't around. I told her he called in sick, and then she just kind of looked at me funny and walked away. I would too. If this thing doesn't get fixed soon, I'm so dead. Here you go.
1, 2, 3.
Really? Well, you're so dependable, unlike the machine or me. Can I see, or please? I'm kind of sort of freaking out about this here. There you go. I have 6 of them. That's perfect. Thank you. Really? Rally? Now we can start offering espresso again, or for the first time, depending on how you look at it. You're gonna hurt yourself plowing too much. All right, just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna fix you the best thank you latte ever. I'm gonna decline. What? No, you have to let me do this for you. I need practice before making one for a real customer. I mean, don't mind me. I'll just be a minute. Please have a drink before you go. Oh, I know, it's been hot lately, so why don't we make it an iced latte? You hold on to your seat now. I might be useless with machines. I want mean slinger. Beep! No! I figured that would happen. Huh, Joe, wait, where are you going? What happened to Joe? Beats me, she went into the back, screamed, and then ran off. I had to bet she broke some kitchen equipment again. That girl's deaf to electronics. They register customers' comm devices, you name it. She even managed to short circuit a light bulb once. Frankly, nothing that breaks around here surprises me anymore. That seems like a huge hazard. Are you a friend of hers? Would you mind checking out her and seeing if she's okay? I can't leave the shop, and I really need her back as soon as possible. Thanks a lot. It'd be fitting to call a manager of a coffee place Coco. In case you're wondering where she is, she's by the cathedral in the residential district. If you want to go there without having the actual district available to you, there is a simple matter to do it. All you gotta do is jump. Since we've already seen before that we could jump down and save ourselves time, we could jump, but there's also an elevator here, so we don't really have to worry about it, as you can see. However, unfortunately, the elevator does not seem to be up yet. However, we can just press this elevator button and right here. Calling elevator? Yes, indeed. There are some fitting missions as well as a heart-to-heart, but heart-to-hearts are back again in this game. However, unlike the first game where they basically had their own unique cutscene and whatnot, where it's just random talking about the characters, they don't exactly have the same thing. It's kind of more streamlined in a way, but it also kind of worse. Despite that, though, I generally don't worry about it. Also, we got something from the female player. Her call was going to go about something about the skating and the assignment. It's an admission that's for later. Anyway, the cathedral is a landmark in the residential district. Hello, Joe. By the way, you want to come here later in the future? Holy Father, I have sinned. It has been 3 days since my last contraption. Why don't I have to wreck everything I touch? Sorry, it's you. I'm so sorry, your iced latte. I'm trying to get the ice on the super freezer, when Super Me broke it. How can someone even break a freezer? I don't even know what I did. Maybe I have mutant powers and give off electromagnetic waves or something. That explains why the expression machine and freezer both died the moment I got near them. Curse you, machine gods! Why have you forsaken me? Huh, my boss needs you back at the shop? But I can't go back, not after all this. Maybe I had a couple of LO2 fuel tanks to repair the freezer, but now I just can't. I feel terrible for asking, but can you help me out again? You're the only one I can turn to. I can't blame her. No one would have the patience to deal with this. I just got a call from my boss. Coco's gonna be pretty mad. Am I fired? Super fired? Probably super fired, huh? Probably. Oh, no, you're right, but I still want to work there. Nowhere else in Mira that has that kind of care of their coffee. Plus, I love the cafe. Well, parts of it I don't manage to break anyway. In any case, you gotta apologize. Oh, did you happen to find those LO2 fuel tanks for me by any chance? Yes, I did. I have 8 of those. Okay, then time to woman up and give my boss a call. Phew, you can do this, Joe. Wait, what? Why don't this thing turn on? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I broke my comm device? It's like a bad dream. Here. What? No, I couldn't possibly. No, I couldn't. I just break yours. That's it. I'm never touching any other machine again. Ha, classic Joe. Your mechanical troubles are proof of the divine at this point. Ma'am? I remember giving you a lunch break this long. Look, you really think blowing up a freezer or two is going to faze me at this point? I want the best of everything for my coffee, including the best coffee maker, Joe, the Barista Barista. I don't know what to say. Oh, you 2 years younger than me and yet so much more mature. Well, hey, looks like Joe put you through the ringer as well. Here, this is from me. Please take it. Thank you. I got bargain heart glasses for that. Come on, Joe. Now, come on, Joe. You and me have a freezer to fix. Yes, ma'am. Next time, that is, if you're not totally sick of me, next time I swear I'll make you that latte. So I hope to see you again at the Sunshine Cafe. Well, that's it for that side quest, and it was honestly a pretty easy one.
This blade's
it's been done basically. So there is actually something around here if you actually take the time to look for it. There's actually a trailer here inside the actual LLA. In LA, this one's actually decently out of the way. It's also part of the district you need, and I have a low battery warning. Great. I barely touch. It's like when you leave the thing on for a while, then you don't touch it for a while, and then it just happens like this again. I don't know why. I don't get it either. It's weird. I don't get it either. I had this thing charged before, but apparently not. There's a division here, and there's also a lot of things to do. Now, there are some side quests around the area I want to take care of. Some of them are actually quite important. So let's actually go back to Christy and deal some more regular missions. I'm going to be only doing normal missions today. Not really any big affinity missions because I frankly don't see the reason to. So we're going to try to take care of all the normal missions here in LA. If I can't, then whatever. Now just hold on. Hold on. Hold on. The supplies you brought from are starting to run out. These rates on uranium mining aren't good enough to keep LA going. Yes, I know you're doing all the best you can, but look, it's just not enough. We can't... Oh, hey, Rookie, glad to see you're back. And apologies for seeing you just walked in on. What's going on? Well, I suppose this concerns you too. You might as well be brief on you on this. The moment since crashing here, we've gone through most of the resources we brought of us on the White Whale. Now we're in the process of transitioning to materials acquired from Frontier Nav. More than anything, we need a large supply of Meridium to ensure operations here can continue. But with so many Soviet data bros in place, it's difficult. Everyone's so busy, a lot of important work has gone underdone. Maybe you could lend a hand? First, I need 750 units of Meridium. Then I need someone to deal with a pack of juvenile stimulants that has been harassing Pathfinders out in Primordia. And finally, I have my own spec op. I need a storage device known as a unit known as FN093 to be recovered. It contains some top secret info. My calculations are correct. It should have also fallen to the planet server somewhere out in Primordia. If you take care of that, I'll make sure it's worth your while. Deal. This is a very easy one, and honestly, it's actually one of the easier planetary pioneer. These are a series of quests that you can get from Christy that will give you a good amount of experience in Meridium. You also get probes for this, so I recommend doing these missions as much as possible. All right, to mine Meridium, you'll need to install new data probes. You know the deal, right? I recommend expanding Meridium to tackle all the missions in the area. Such efficiency is the Pathfinder way. Try to keep that in mind when you work, Rookie. Here's the advice. No worries, but it's still nice to get a thanks every once in a while, so keep it up. There's this mission, you'll be a full-fledged player as far as I'm concerned. Alright, good luck out there. You will New LA are counting on the Frontier now, which means they're counting on you. And I already have one of them done because I have a lot of Meridium still stockpiled, delivered. There's a bunch, I'll see delivered into the excess, yada yada yada. Now they can be delivered and we basically got everything. I hope you tackle the rest of my Meridium assignments with the same vigor. Yep. We have a bunch of them to do. Now, we can actually zoom out the map, and we can actually find them around the area. Now, ironically enough, this one's very close by. It's actually by FN Site 103. That is the one you need to look for first. The Simius one, on the other hand, is easy to find, though. Thanks for my safety and whatnot. So, by going over here, there is actually something around here that's not usually around here. However, it becomes apparent later in the future that it's not easy. So instead, let's check the mission.
It seems the sleeping dogs have risen.
I'll be back. There we go. Ranked up and got Medic 3 and Iron Knuckle. Okay, whatever. The item in question what we needed to get. Oh, this is actually a Chrome Saber, which is for Photon Sabers. The class that has that, though, is not our class. So, yeah, we can't use them. So here is the item in question she was looking for. It was stuck behind that enemy. Not exactly fun to deal with, but I can't really do much. So there is another mission. However, there's also some probes I kind of want to go after, but I can't really take care of them now because I'm kind of going out of the way to get them, and I generally don't have to. Now, we should probably go where we need to go next, which is actually over here. I recommend making sure you go to make sure there. I recommend going to the location that you first fought that tyrant you first fought before. And it should be, the Simius should be on the right. However, it's not easy. Be careful of this area, by the way, still, because for those uninitiated, yes, there is that giant monkey Simius that's level 81. Roaming around the map and is very dangerous. Get caught by it, you're instantly dead. So try not to. Simius are not in the nighttime, though. They're only available in daytime. So try to be in daytime for this. Ooh, monkeys. Ooh. So let's go ahead and beat them up.
Assault hammer!
There we go. All done. All of our missions are done, and we can go back to Christy to get this done. All right, very good. And let's go back to Christy. There are a good amount of missions, and there's one in particular that's going to take a while, so I don't generally do certain missions unless there's a chain. Christy's mission log, no matter what, it's always been a huge chain. But since they're nothing but non-exclusive to story, they don't matter all that much. Good, thanks to everyone's efforts, Frontier now continues to grow. How things on your end? Those missions I gave you coming along? They're all done. Well, you've given us enough money and you completed the other tasks perfectly. Looks like you're right to be proud, even if there's a big oncoming. You've been a big help now, thanks to the effort to build new LA to finally back on the track. Improving yourself from this point on, I'll be treating you like a full-fledged blade. Oh, here's what I meant. I look forward to working with you again. Quick. Booster Rope G1. Very useful. Now, that's also a required mission for this map, so booster probes are interesting. They boost the effects of all the probes that they're linked to. For example, let's say I put a booster probe here and you'll see the effect. They lose the amount, however, there's no chain bonus. Booster probes also do not affect chains, so if you want to put a booster probe, my advice to you is make sure it's on the end of a line, so that way it boosts only one effect. As much as you want to, as long as you have the length between the two probes, just put them in between them, that way the boost effects will happen to all of them. Now, there is another one around the area, however, the one I want to go after is a bit interesting, actually. You're gonna go to Westgate Plain. However, he's not around here yet. I have to wait for a little bit before a certain mission is available. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. There is a lot of street missions, and I completely forgot to deal with them, so kind of sucky. I don't know why I bothered doing that. Whatever. So, let's go and do something else. There is something you need to do before you start the next story chapter. Believe me, you're going to need to do this first. So, by going back to this FN site again, you can get over here and then run across and quickly get over to the other side. Ouch. Okay, game, sure. Though, I guess I can do this anyway, and it's a good way to get out of time. Now, Irina is mostly a healer. It's actually a pretty good idea to talk about her later, but for now, though, I'm going to be focusing primarily on getting this mission done. So, in order to get the next story mission, you need to get a few things done. One is an affinity mission, the other one requires you to go into an area you've never been to before. Yeah, that's the thing I don't really care about in this game, and generally it's one of the things I don't like that much. Ironically enough, Xenoblade X is kind of an outlier when it comes to certain missions. To be fair though, not every one of them is perfect at all, and some of them drive me mad and I don't like them all that much. Now, you want to go to this alien wreckage because if memory serves me correctly, not running into me. Battle point, treasure, and money, and there was also an HP up X augment right there. It gives you 550 HP, so it's actually really good to have for your tank, especially if you need more HP. Or if you need a character that needs more HP, you can give it to them. It just generally doesn't matter. So, La Franca is where you need to get to next. Now, we're going to be going all the way right to the east. There is something you need to do first, and generally I need to do this anyway. There is another recon mission that we need to deal with as well, but besides that though, we're very close to where we need to be for the next thing we want to do. It takes me a little bit of a walk though, so unfortunately there's no way to go faster in this game yet. Keyword in sentences yet. I highly recommend before you go to the next story chapter, be at least level 17 at best as a save point, so that way you can actually just bypass it with just high damage output and animates, because you're going to be fighting a lot of enemies in the next story chapter. With this one done, you want to get this field done out of the way immediately. This allows you to get more Frontier Now segments, but it's also pretty good. Now, I'm going to go for this one as well. FN Site 120 is unique. But before we do that, though, there is something that's been taunting me, a treasure. And I generally like to get the treasure out of the way first, because if you don't get them all, you're not going to get much. Good. More experience, more money, more battle points. Really good to have. Now, there is something to the south. Now, I should warn you all right now. The south, sometimes in rare occasions, has a tyrant that's really high level. Try to avoid it as much as possible. It looks like one of these whale sea blantas. Not fun. Okay. Avoided the dang suits. I really hate dealing with suits. Until I'm high enough level, I can't really stop dealing with the suits, and I can't deal with them entirely. So, thankfully though, this would not be that hard. Now, there is a Simius over here. Try to ignore the rock Simius for now, and try to jump down last. So, let's go and get this. This one is a very good one for credits as well as experience. So drop down to the water. Now, watch out for the enemy across from you. It's level 50 and it's a sound-based enemy. If you walk, you're good. By the way, in case you're wondering what happens if you swim slowly, it does not generate as much sound, so you can actually do this to avoid noise enemies. But besides that, though, we're pretty much good to walk across. Now, let's go to the white whale debris over here and grab it quickly. Good. You want to get this one out of the way first. 30 experience is a good amount of money as well, so try to avoid it as much as possible. Now, there is actually something around here. You're probably wondering the distance of the sound-based enemies. It's actually less high than we think. Think of it like a giant circle around the enemy. For example, let's say I just zoom in here and I can't really zoom in like that, but generally speaking, you can avoid it if you can. It's not easy though. If you want to avoid high enemy fights, there's actually a simple method to avoid fighting. And ironically enough, it's actually incredibly simple. You cannot make the avatar leave the party, so you cannot get rid of him. However, you can actually go to Elma, switch to control character, and then you're good. Now, you want to also use Elma as a lead because she can also do something that's unique. She has the arts, finally. I forgot to talk about the arts I got. Excuse me, I completely forgot. The art that Crick got was the art known as Medic Free. It boosts debuff resistance and automatically revives him with a small percentage of HP. So, decent, I guess. It's not exactly the most powerful art in the game, though. There are better out there, so don't bother. But also, I completely forgot to upgrade Doug. Yeah, when you get a character, you gotta upgrade them. You can't really just ignore them for now. So instead, I'm going to be doing, this one. This one's actually the stronger one of the two, so I recommend upgrading this one first. And then, as much as this Jargalium, I'm gonna go do this up by 1, and then we're good. And my battery is running low even further. Okay, game. I just want to talk about this one thing, and then we'll stop for the day because I don't want to sit forever. So, there is actually a new art, which we got Iron Knuckle, boosts physical damage by 30%. Good art skill, but I wouldn't say it's the best thing in the world. Now, ironically enough, I think I can get away with this. But I generally try to not worry about it. There's a suit here. In nighttime, though, there's more suits and also some that have side face. Be careful. Move, 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 move. Okay. Move. Okay, we're good. I was a little more nervous with that, but we're fine. 120 is a huge link chain that you want to deal with first. Ironically enough, it's one of the best link chains you can get early on, and I recommend doing this as well. I highly recommend also getting this one also good when it comes to Meridium as well, otherwise you're going to have problems. So for now, I was going to put a lot of G1s on here because guess what? 50% upgrade, and then we can increase this even further beyond to get a huge upgrade of an 8 link. Now, that's actually pretty good. Now, you can actually upgrade this again, and it will decently increase it again, but it decreases the revenue, so not exactly the best thing in the world, but it's still better nonetheless. So that's the benefits. Now, I think we've done enough for the entirety of the game for now. So, I think we're going to go back to West Middle Street. And then I think we're going to stop here for today because, unfortunately, the battery is running low and I can't really stop it. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, we will be doing a Affinity mission that involves around a certain party member of ours that's a very good healer. See you all next time in Barista Court.